Hi all, welcome back to More Skies Above Britain. This is Chapter 1, Patrol 3, Part 1. I have just come straight back here, although I'm not going to be able to get a full part here, but I'll just get half a bit done and can leave it till tomorrow. So I've reset up the map. We do have the hospital, the wounded guy up there in the hospital to check. I've reshuffled all the decks. I've replaced all the squadrons, and I've been messing about with the pilots. So these guys have all come out. Now there's a fatigue box here, so they're on that fatigue box, and so is he. I've just put him on that side because there's two fatigue boxes, one there, one there. This is in between green and regular. I don't know. There's three fatigue boxes, isn't there? Anyway, these guys are all fatigued, which means they've flown two patrols back to back. So I want to leave them out. Just enough pilots, just enough to replace everything, or one of these guys would have had to step in. So I kind of just got away with that, no more. So we've got, right, just going from left to right, we've got K, which is King. That's a new guy that I just created. So he's gonna, now it's not that box I'm filling out though, because obviously this is patrol 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is patrol number 3. So he's gonna fly in patrol number 3, which is his first patrol. He was obviously green because he's just been replaced. So then looking up, we've got DePaul. So he flew. I put that in the wrong box, didn't I? Yeah, I must have done, because that wasn't. No, damn it. Yeah, I think I've done that with them all. The problem is some of them. Right, hang on. Warren here. Warren he sat out that mission, so he's now flying this mission. Yeah, I made a bit of a mess of that. And who else was it? Oh, damn it. Who was it? Oh, it was Stu. It was old. He sat out that last mission as well. I want to say, were they both, you know what? They were both in the hospital, and they managed to roll high and get out. That's why I wasn't able to fly them in the last mission. So anybody else that's got, yeah, anybody else that's marked in there, that's in the wrong place. I hadn't really thought about that. I was just marking down like one, but I mean they're clearly separated into patrol 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Foster would have been flying in patrol number 2, and it's the same with the others. It was only Ald and Warren, I'm pretty sure, that flew in the first mission and sat out the second mission. What about DePaul? No, because he's got 2 bomber kills. He must have flown in that last mission. Yeah, I'm gonna rub all these out and put them in the right box, because I'm pretty sure that's right. If I get one of these things, if I remember, I'm going to have a look just to see. But then I might have done this all off camera, to be honest. So that's 1, 2, 3. Who else have we got? See, yeah, you've got Steed, Peters, Roberts, Tansey. They all came in the last mission. Sheehan was obviously, so every one of these should be in the other box, right? And obviously that's important, because if I had them in that box and I'm then flying them in this one, they've got a gap in between. Well, that wasn't the case with these guys. They flew in the second patrol there, and now they're going to fly in the third patrol, which means they're going to be fatigued after this as well. Right, let me go back now to, so King we've marked, and he's flying third patrol. Ald is flying in the third patrol. Sorry, DePaul. So DePaul was next, so he's flying in third patrol, so he'll be fatigued at the end of this one. Ald is flying this one, but he did have a gap because he was in the hospital. Then we've got N, Newman. Right, that's his first. So he was one of the ones that we brought along fresh. So 3rd patrol. And then up there I've got O, Steed. Right, so he's going to be fatigued at the end of this patrol. C, Schmidt. Yeah, Hal, you're getting a shot. Here we go. So that's his first patrol. Then I've got T, Tansy. Again, he's going to be fatigued at the end of this one. Don't know if you can see all that or not. Not that you really need to. G is Grant. He's the same, going to be fatigued at the end of this patrol. J. Oh, J's old. Right, hang on, sorry, I missed one. I'm looking at A thinking that was old, but it's no, it's Ackerland. So that's Martin getting his first shot there. And old is under J, which is what I've just got to along the top there. But I've already marked him in 3rd patrol. And then we've got P, Peters. So again, he's another one that will be fatigued at the end of this. W is our veteran, our only veteran at the moment. I've marked him in as well for the 3rd patrol. And then F, Foster is also one of the ones that's going to be fatigued at the end of this as well. Okay, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 pilots on there in the 3rd patrol box. Okay, yeah, another little glitch there, but we'll go there in the end. And we've got the 12 pilots up there. And these are all, they're fatigued. It doesn't really matter, because once we bring them back, they're not going to be fatigued anymore next turn. Okay, now we do need to deal with this guy. Now I just shoved that board back up, which we could do with having it back down again. So this is R, this is, it's not Roberts, did I not mention him there? Right, yeah, I mean he flew, no, he shouldn't be in this, he shouldn't have flown the 2nd patrol. That's a mistake. He flew the 1st patrol and ended up in the hospital. So that's because I put them in the wrong box to start with. Well, some of them. So he has just flown in the 1st patrol, but he's still in the hospital just now. So we're going to see what's happening to him. So I'm going to roll the die now. So we want a 9 to 12, and he can't participate in this patrol, but with a 9 to 12, but we'll allow him next time. So here we go. Oh, it's nice. It was a bit thumpy, but I'll take it. So we've got every one of our guys out of the hospital. That's superb. So he comes out of the hospital, he returns, and then he's just going to go along here in the green pilots. He's not fatigued. He can't participate in this patrol, but he will be available for the next one. So that was good. That's really good. Right, that's me up to date, so we can set up things. Well, to be honest, we're set up, aren't we? I'll leave that sort of there. We can just get on with things. Situation, yeah, I probably need the situation manual just to remind me. Chapter 1, what we're sort of doing here. Yeah, I mean, set up the raid vector, the inbound vector markers again. Right, that's them set up. We've got 4 left over that we don't know. We're not going to look at them, obviously. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, and that is the setup for chapter 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2. And we're going to roll to see where we end up. So 1 to 5, it's deep. 6 to 7, it's middle. 8 plus, it's coast. It's a 10. So we're on the coast again. Yeah. Did I? Well, we didn't end up on the coast last time. Pretty sure we did spend the fuel. So we are on the coast, but that incurs a 3 fuel. If this is a result, your squadron has been on patrol over the channel for some time. So you can see there that if you roll an 8 or higher, each section spends 3 fuel. So we're going to spend 3 fuel. 1, 2, 3 right away. But that's fine, we're in the best position to get at them, although I'd like to be at high altitude. So, well, you know, maybe this time I can sort of consider not doing the contact. Or better still, if the raid marker doesn't appear, we don't get the choice, and then we can move to high altitude. I think that's probably what we want to be doing, because the likelihood of not drawing a raid marker there there may be a good chance of that, but not drawing one there is very unlikely. So as long as when it draws one there, we then can contact it at high altitude. So that would be good. Right, and then we've got the sun, haven't we? Well, pilots we've dealt with. I've worked all that out. So visibility, we need to roll to see if there is sun to start with. So a 1A is clear sun, a 9 is haze sun, and then, right, it's good. So it's clear sun. We need another die roll though. So that was a 3, clear sun, and now we need to see the location. That's an 11, which is tail. So these two sun markers. So we've got clear sun, and it's in the tail. So tail, high sun, and that covers the high station. Right, so can we not benefit at all from that one? Sorry, I'm maybe not showing you. It does say it covers the high station. I would kind of feel like it should cover us if we're here, but I mean, it does only, all this text underneath does refer only to the stations, admittedly. I guess it's just that this one up here. Well, no, yeah, because you said that this nose high sun covered this one. It doesn't say nose. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it does cover a tail then. It doesn't cover trailing. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, so and then our escort station markers don't come out just yet, and also our bomber type information don't come out just yet. So we can put that away, and we can maybe get a little bit done quickly. 12 minutes on, yes, okay. We good to go? Think so. Right, I'm just going to go through the cards again, right? So card number 1 is reveal. So that would be this very first step, raid vector sequence reveal, then fuel, then contact, and if we make contact, interception sequence. If we don't make contact, we go back to reveal. Well, we go to the vector and then back to reveal, etc. So, reveal. Raid marker is not yet in play. Reveal markers in the rightmost space of the track, one at a time. That's what we're doing. So, we got 2 to get. Yeah, in some ways I think I don't want the raid marker to appear just yet. I don't know, that might be the wrong thinking. It went well for us last turn, last patrol for sure. So, whether we were lucky or whether we were more experienced, and well, I'm also reading a lot of things that the guys are saying, and obviously taking a lot of that on board, I don't know. Well, yeah. Okay, straggler. Well, it's optional, as we know. So go to card 3. Do we need to? Are we going to do the straggler? We've not really found it worthy. I mean, yeah. In fact, no. Hold on. Do we not need to be a lost contact anyway? Place a lone bomber marker in the lost contact area. One section of fighter in lost contact may immediately. Yeah, I think we actually have to be in the lost contact area. I think I read that recently, didn't I? 53. One section or one independent area fighters lost contact may attack it. Now hold on. If this result happens during the raid vector sequence, which is not where, yeah, it is. See, that's a bit. Is that just me? I said the raid vector sequence, and I'm looking down here saying, well, we're not. This isn't it. But this isn't a sequence. I think this is meant to be a step. and the actual sequence is actually interception sequence. So raid vector sequence is clearly in this area. So that is a yes, we are in the raid vector sequence. So it says there, if this result happens during the raid vector sequence, you may assign one or more sections to attack it. They do not need to be lost contact, but they must spend 1 fuel. Unless lost contact, you may not assign a lone RAF fighter to attack the straggler. So we could assign one or more sections to go and attack it. I think it's a distraction that you just don't need. I hope it comes into the game a bit more, because things like that are it's not good to have things like that in a game that people always saying, right, that's not worth that, you know. Whether it does become more important later on in the chapters, or if it stays the same. If it stays the same, then you would think maybe these are some things that could do with getting ironed out. If it's, you know, but we'll see. It is a me. It is a me. I'm looking for the word may, but place a lone bomber. You place a lone bomber in the lost contact area. Yeah. If you do not assign a section or RAF fighter to attack the bomber immediately, remove the bomber marker from play. I'm not really seeing the word may in there, but I think it was on the card. Yeah, one or more sections may be detached from a squadron on the raid track to make the attack. Raid track. I've seen that word again, and maybe detached from a squadron on the raid track. One section or fighter. See, I don't know not really sure what the raid track is. Anyway, I'm not going to do it, right? It's fine. So we're not going to do that. So that's one marker dealt with. So that can go away. And then we shall move on to the second one. And no raid marker. So this is the first time we've had this. So that is, go to card 7. That's going to move the sun, isn't it? That turn point. So roll a die, even number, shift the sun clockwise, odd number, shift the sun counterclockwise. If there's no sun, it's clear and the sun's position is blah blah blah. Right, we do have sun, so even it's going clockwise, odd, anti-clockwise. Thumpy one, but it's 9 odd, so counterclockwise. So it's going from there to the starboard, isn't it? Right. Okay. And then we go back to card 1. Oops. Because there's another icon there. We've got the flak icon. So that's card 6A. So... Right, well, we've seen this before. So note the number printed in the vector, it's a 1. Draw that many bomber damage markers, her side up, and check for catastrophic effect, if any. So I'm going to draw 1 for flak here. So it's the her side up. It's just a wing hit. Oh, it's a wing hit that's new. I think I need to wait with this one, because if I roll the die now, I'm not going to remember if the result was there or not. Well, this isn't a catastrophic effect, so I'm going to leave that, and then when we put it on to the bomber, when it appears, I guess we roll to see if it falls out the formation. I think most would probably agree that was sounding right, but yeah. I might look into it more if it comes. It might be a little while before that happens. So no bomber tiles, there are no tiles in the bomber, that's where we're at. Place the damage marker on the interception map, right, done that. Friendly fire, there's no fighters in the bomber formation area, or they would get hit as well. And then 6B carries on. Tally ho. If the raid marker is on the raid track, it is not, and the squadron is at high altitude, you may spend one fuel to immediately perform contact. Well, we're not at high altitude either. So if you do not or can't attempt contact... Oh, can we change altitude here? Yeah. Yeah, we can, can't we? That's perfect, isn't it? So, yeah, if the raid marker is on the raid track and the squadron is at high altitude, well, none of these things apply. But if they did, if both of them did, I could spend one fuel and immediately go to contact. If so, go to card 10A. If you do not or can't attempt contact, which is, the answer is we can't, you may spend one fuel to move the squadron formation marker to an adjacent station, which I'm not fussed about doing, or change altitude, not both. Hey, I like it, we're doing this. So we're going to spend one fuel, and we're tally-hoing. Up to, well, I don't know if that is classed as a tally-ho or not, because we're not doing the contact part of it. We're going up to high altitude. We couldn't do both, we couldn't move and change altitude, but all we want to do is change altitude, so that's perfect. And then this time this is not the case. If you perform contact and the marker looks like this, if it had the raid symbol, this is where the last time we postponed that. Still hoping that we got that right. And then after the effects of that, go back to card 1. Right, that's everything done. Back to card 1. Give me a sec. So then, if all markers in the space have been revealed, go to card 9, fuel step. Well, that's it. We've dealt with that. All markers have been dealt with. We now go to card 9. Which is fuel. Each section spends one fuel. Shift the fuel cubes one space to the right. Okay, so we're spending more. We're spending a bunch of fuel, but we're in a great position, I think, to be able to get at things. Well, we don't know about the escort stations yet, but that might come up soon, actually. So that was the fuel step. We now move on to card 10, which I think we're going to have to ignore because we can't contact. Yeah, in actual fact, we're now wanting to contact, aren't we? If the raid marker is not yet on the raid track, which it's not, skip this step. So we skip 10A and B, and then we go to vector, which I might not want to do anything here then. Do a move or reform action to improve your squadron situation, or do nothing. You may not move and reform. Yeah, because we're in position, aren't we? We're in position A. Because you've got to assume that raid marker's in one of the 4. So I don't think we're moving, and we don't need to reform. And it does say you do a move or reform action to improve your squadron situation, or do nothing. So I think we're doing nothing. Because move cost us fuel. Escort, make escort check. See, I don't know if we do that, if it moves, or if that's part of the vector step. It looks like it is, but there's no check to be made there. The raid marker's not even on the map, so yeah, I don't know how that would. Anyway, reform, we don't need to do that. Whether you perform a move action or not, go back to card 1, reveal. Right, so now we're back here, and now we're going to move things on, aren't we? 24 minutes, what time is it? I'd like to kind of push on, but yeah, I'm gonna push on a little bit more. Go for it, Grant. Okay, so we're back here. If the raid marker's not yet in play, reveal markers in the rightmost space of the track one at a time. Well, remember, this is now the rightmost space, so we're going to reveal these one at a time. So let us do that. First one is weather, and that's the damn Messersmiths, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so weather's first though, which is card 8. So card 8 says if the sun marker is on the interception map, it remains there. Okay. If visibility is haze already, it is now clouds. It's not, it was clear. That nothing going to change there then. Alright, let me zoom out, but sun marker is on the intersection map, it remains there. It says visibility changes to haze. If visibility is haze already, it is now clouds. Remove the sun marker if it's already on the intersection map. Does this change to haze? It's not saying the... I think that's maybe what happens, but it's maybe not so clear in the card there. Or is that just me? Yeah, I can hear you. Weather. Visibility changes to haze if the sun is on the interception map, it remains there. If haze already... Yeah, it does change to haze. You know what? It says it there, but you're seeing all these things in yellow as if they're highlighting. You know, if visibility is haze already, it just feels a bit weird that. Okay, it changes to haze. It's probably clear to most. Grant this looking at things in his own special way. Right, and then go back to card 1. And I mean, it does state that the sun stays where it is if it's on the map. And then, then we've got the Messersmiths, which is card 2. So, been here before, this is not a good one. So if the rain marker or squadron marker is in the deep zone, no. Well, hang on, the raid marker's not on the map yet. It's not really asking that though, is it? The raid marker or squadron marker is in the deep zone of the raid track. Messersmith result converts to a straggler result. If the raid marker or squadron marker is not in the deep zone of the raid track, well, that is the case. Just the fact that it's not talking, the raid marker's not on the map at all, I don't think matters. If either the raid marker or squadron marker is in the deep zone, converts to a straggler result. Yeah, there's no talk of it, so let's just play it as it's written. That is correct. The raid marker or squadron marker is not in the deep zone of the raid track. So we select a section at random. That's what we're going to do, and then we're going to attack that section by 109s. If it's a section that spends 1 fuel, draw a card. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not good because we're spending fuel as well. But right, so this red section 1 to 3, yellow 4 to 6, etc. So let's see what section we get. It's 9. Is that the last one? No, the green. So green section 7 to 9. Yeah. So green section, and because it's a section, they're going to have to spend 1 fuel. That's good. Okay, and then it's attacked by 109s and draw with advantage, and then off we go. So 109s attacking a section. It's head on. Hun in the sun. Well, no escort stations on the map. Anyway, well, it's definitely a head on against a Rota 109s. I'm just going to use the squadron display for this. Hopefully my fighters will be able to stay there, but that's not going to be guaranteed. I think we got this last time in the blue section and ended up having to go. Right, Hun in the sun, clear or haze only? Well, we've got haze. If the escort station, it must be in the sun, add a Rota. Well, the sun is out there. It's nothing to do with escort station, so yeah. Is this the one that... No, I think I thought that before. So Messersmith, Hun in the sun, the Messersmiths event. I think this is going to apply. Hun in the sun, this event text applies only if there is sun, which necessitates clear or haze visibility. Well, that is the case. If this card was drawn during the intercept phase, which is not the case. Or help arrives only applies to the escort station as the sun. If drawn as a result of chase, Messerschmitt's ambush, or channel patrol, however, the condition of the interception map and its escort stations does not matter. The event text applies if there is sun anywhere on the map. Yeah, we concluded that the last time as well. I think it was exactly the same thing. So we're going to be tailed by another rotor as well. So this doesn't look good. So head on and tailed by a rotor. And of course the head on is going to happen first, which might mean we cannot evade, and yeah, this looks kind of bad. For green section, right now they've got one green pilot and just two regulars, so there's no fancy tricks we can do. So yeah, we need some dogfight cards and we need to get going. Okay, so we placed all the fighters. Head-on combat is first, so we got to resolve that first. Yeah, nothing we can do, no manoeuvres or anything like that. So a head-on and tail-in card, we're looking at head-on. This is a section against 109s. So head-on section against 109s, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. So yeah, as Stu says, head-on is always the vanish. However, this time we do have reinforcements. So we've got, well, we're shooting one of them down. So we've got an ammo result. Let's deal with that first. So we've got to resolve, these are the numbers, randomly select, and I'm just going to roll this off camera because it's easier. I've rolled a 7. So it's green leader that's going to be marked. Yeah, I'll need to put this actually on the counter, I think, or it's going to be a bit too messy. So while they're in this formation like that, and then so then the next icon along, we'll just do it that way, as a hit. Yeah, so that means this is reduced, and we need to know who shot down that pile, that 109. So again, we're going to use these to randomise. Again, I'm just going to do it off camera. Again, I've rolled a 7. So green leader is G. So that's Grant, isn't it? So Grant shoots down an escort. Good stuff. But I can see these guys being lost contact. And we've seen what happened the last time when they become lost contact, and then we eventually contact the raid. They have to return to base, but it still worked. To be honest, it still worked out. We were being more careful, and yeah. So and then we can do the vanish result. Remember, we can do these in any order, but I don't think it's well, I wanted to get the hit before it vanished for sure. But so then this vanishes, and then unfortunately now I'm not right. I think this means this is going to turn into a swarm. So now we get reinforcements, 109 reinforcements, a Rota 109 reinforcements, tailing us. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm sure if we look up reinforcements, I'll probably mention this. I guess because we've got a Rota there, it's just going to turn into a swarm. I think. I don't think it makes 2 Rotas. I think that's just been silly anyway, Grant. Reinforcements. Place a new rota so that it is engaged with the section of RAF fighter. Do not draw a new advantage card. Type, note the silhouette. Angle, no orientation of the silhouette indicates the rota's angle of attack. Either head on or tailing your fighter. Okay, no mention of. I mean, surely it just becomes a swarm craft. It's 4 aircraft. Yeah, I'm not going to go looking anymore. That's what I'm going to do. I'm sure that's right. I mean, if I put that there, I don't think that makes sense. Whereas if I put that there, I think that makes sense. Is it possible? Is it possible that I've got that wrong though? No, I don't think so. That feels kind of right. There's nothing saying in there. Right, you're gonna have to watch your time though if you're gonna. Right, I'm gonna push on with that. I'm gonna stick with that. Right, that's that card done. That was our head-on combat. It's not got rid of everything, obviously. Head on the tailing. Right, so now we are tail maneuver. Well, we didn't get hit, so we do have a tail maneuver here. And remember, this is the one that you can do the slip, but I think if we want to try and stay in the squadron display, stay with the squadron, we really need to resolve this in this turn. I don't think a slip is going to get rid of that. I think we're going to have to go into another dogfight cycle. What's the step after tailed? It's tailing. So we would have to be tailing it. I think that's what the slip allows though, doesn't it? Slip. Ignore all other results in the card, then move one RAF fighter in the section so it's tailing the Luftwaffe fighter marker. Then you may break the Luftwaffe fighter marker out of the section with the newly tailing RAF fighter still engaged to it. Yeah, I'm just going to be dull and go for the evade again. Yeah, we've no veterans here either though, so looking for a vanish result really. So yes, that's our maneuver. We're going to do tail combat. Right, so we've done our evade. Right, hang on. Right, yeah. So evade is a maneuver. So two-tailed cards. That's it. Yeah. So against the section, it's 109s. We need to zoom out a little bit. So section against 109s. Oh my. We had this one last time, and we've got a green pilot. That's just horrible. And no vanish anywhere to be seen. That's horrible. I think we have to go for this one. I think that's us now going to be lost contact though, isn't it? So, right, the green pilot's taking a hat, so green 3 is taking a hat, and yeah, nothing we can do about that. I just hope it's a good one. It's rudder, which is pretty good as long as we're not over the channel. Yeah, so okay, and then we spend the fuel, and this is green, so again they're spending another fuel, but I don't think this is going to matter. I think this is all they're going to be doing on this patrol. We get I'm leaving the loose one to last. We get a reduction, so that flips over to 3. Remember, the evade's going to knock that over again to a rota. And then we've got the loose result. So let's remind ourselves of loose again. The RAF fighter becomes independent and is now lost contact. Randomly select that affected fighter and move it out of the section. If the section is tailed, you may have the Luftwaffe fighter marker move with the loose fighter. Right, okay, so let's randomly select one of these again, 1 to 4, 5 to 8, etc. So it's going to be green 2, I think. Right, so he becomes a loose. Randomly select the fit fighter and move it out of the section. If the section is tailed, you may have the Luftwaffe fighter marker move with the loose fighter so that it tails it instead of the section. Right, I'm assuming that all these results have to happen you know, if we had loosed that guy first and then that goes along there following that, we still have to resolve the hit on the green pilot and that. Eh? I'm pretty sure all that's right. I don't think there's ways of manipulating that side of things. I know you can do them in any order, but I mean, obviously if it did matter, you could loose this guy. He's now there, and then you could go back and say, well, spend the fuel, right? Well, green section's got to spend the fuel. A green pilot takes a hit. Well, this is not a green pilot. But I'm sure that's wrong. And then reduce the swarm down to 3. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure we need to resolve everything. And it doesn't matter at all, right? So yeah, we've got him behind them now. Yeah, so it tails it instead of the section, right? Section dissolved. There must be at least 2 RAF fighters in a section, so if this result happens to the section with only 2 fighters. Yeah, well there was 3 fighters. So that's the card done. However, we did do the evade action. And, well, yeah, I know he's just on him, but my take is that that's still going to become... hang on. Yeah, is that an option, that? So it's now a Rota 109's tailing that guy. Must be... Hang on. If the section is tailed, you may have the Luftwaffe fighter marker move with the loose fighter so that it tails it instead of the section. Yeah, okay. I guess. Yeah, I guess we do that. So that was the other reduction from the evade. So the evade's finished. We now move on. There's not any tail-in combat to be dealt with. We've got hit checks to deal with. We need a 7 or greater to keep that guy away from the fate box. And we only got 3, so he's gone to the fate box. It's the rudder one though, like I say, so as long as we're not... Well, yeah, no, the raid marker's not in play yet, so we're not over the channel. Not sure where we are. These are just random measures that's appeared and whatever. So he's going to go to the rudder fate box. But I'm going to take his pilot as well. So that was, that's Tanzania, that's you, Liam. In trouble right away. Who would have thought? Right, okay, that's him. And now these are both just independent fighters, aren't they? This is still just tailing this though. Done our hit checks. We're going to resume. The combat's not over yet, so now these are going to become lost contact. And in fact, I can move this guy into this area now, can't I? I'm just going to put the Whammo mark at the side. So that's our lost contact area up there. We do still need to resolve this though, so we go back to the second round of dogfight. Place the fighters, head on combat, tail maneuver. Should we have something different this time? Yeah, because he's lost contact anyway. Let's try a turn. Come on. Let's try a turn. Right, where's the turn markers? There's one. I'm going to try a turn. Right, what does that do? Right, tight turn. Where's it refer to page 13 now? Ah yeah, okay, it tells you about the turn. Huh? Yeah, I suppose I'm looking at the icons at the back of the book here. If the tight turn icon does not appear as a result in the dogfight card, the turn maneuver has no effect. Yeah, so if we don't see the turn maneuver, the icon with the turn, which is, we got what's something with a card on it? Yeah, that first card we had. I don't know why I'm needing to show you this, but these, the turn. So if we got this result right here, then we wouldn't apply that effect, which is a hit. What we would apply is a vanish and a hit. So you can take what you like from that. Well, I suppose it is better. It is better, but only just. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do the turn. You sure? Yeah, okay. Right, so I'm going to do tail combat now with a turn, so we need to see... Remember, this is an independent fighter now against the 109s, and we need to see the turn icon. So here we go, and boom, we do not. There you go, if we'd been up there, we would have just had low ammo. That is a hit, and that guy's still there. Hang on though. Oh no, you need to turn and then you bring him head on, don't you? Oh, it's a disaster then. See, I should have just stuck with my evade. So we're taking a hit, and that's it. The turn has no effect, and we're taking a hit. Rough, I'll tell you. Okay, here we are. Straight up hit marker, and it's it's not a 9, it's a 6. That is, however, engine, which is bad. Okay, and then he doesn't reduce because we didn't do the evade. There's no tail end combat to do. We now do our hit checks. We need to beat a 6, and we do not. That's rubbish. That is rubbish. So he now goes to the engine fate box, which is not a good one. We need a 10 to 12 to get back to the hangar with that. He was not the leader. He was green 2, yeah. So that's you against you. You're in all sorts of trouble. It was, wasn't it? Jai, yeah, all sorts of trouble. Right, then we resume now. Well, yeah, because I took this guy away a bit maybe prematurely, but this was only engaged with the independent fighter, so it's not that it comes and says, oh well, that guy's still there. So I'm pretty sure that just disappears, and then this becomes lost contact enemy, goes away, and sits up in that section, and that's the end of that dogfight. And that's the end of the Messerschmitts, isn't it? That's the end of the green section, basically. Yeah. Right, got interrupted there. I wanted to get this finished. Looks like I could have created a part here, but I'm now kind of rushing a bit. So we've done the weather, we've done the Messerschmitts. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to stop. Well, let's flip the next marker and see what we get. Yeah, let's see what we get. Right, stop. More Messerschmitts. Not the same one. That was weather in that, wasn't it? So that's going to move the sun and do the Messerschmitts. Yeah, I think I need to leave it there. That's going to be really bad, isn't it? So that's now going to that's going to target another random section and could take them out of the game as well. So this raid marker not appearing, me thinking that was maybe a good thing. Not when you get things like that up, just messing about with your squadron, eh? So I will put I'll put a little green marker on here, saying that that's where we're at. I'm not going to do move the sun bit either. That might confuse me because I've not really got time to finish that off. In actual fact, what icon is that? Go to card 7. So I'll have card 7 on show, and that's what we should be doing. And what I will do also is I'll put a little green cube there as well, so that we should remember that that's where we're at. Okay, yeah, better leave things for now. Not sure I'll get back tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be back. It's going to dry up a little now, but it'll allow me to hopefully watch some of this stuff back that I've recorded and get more of it out there, and keep my fingers crossed that there's not a flood errors coming in, which isn't impossible, is it? Okay, but Still enjoying it. It's a great game. Still a little sort of like, you know, going to hold back on the fact that we've got to do this 6 times. Well, this is the third one. This is the third patrol. I still don't feel like it's samey, boring, because to be honest, this is going differently again. This one, isn't it? So that variety makes it. You know, I know we've got to get the bombers out there and try and get at them, but like that comment I made, that I pointed out from the guy in the part yesterday at some point, he says quite often in the first chapter you're not going to get at the bombers. Well, you're not going to be able to isolate the Kepa because it's happened so quick. They were just coming in and bombing the coast and going away again, you know. And that was that. Whereas later on in the war, they're maybe going to go further in. Okay, I'll get away from now and I'll be back when I'm back. Cheers.